if you haven't already, I'd like you to take a look at my podcast. It's the Tripolar Trillionaire. It's on Anchor, and I haven't created a lot of content quite yet, but I have started making bits and pieces of some content. I'm going on a little series that I started. It's called the Disability Podcast, and they're numbered. And primarily, this is about my life on disability and how I'm growing on the internet and growing YouTube channels and just developing as a person. So if you want to learn more about me, what you're not learning from YouTube, you want to learn, some of the behind the scenes things or some more things that are going on in my brain, I advise you to come on over and check this out. It's the Tripolar Trillionaire on Anchor again, and it's got some pretty good content, some unique content, I think. Some stuff that a lot of people haven't really came up with or thought of yet. I think that there's a lot of people who suffer from being on disability, or they feel like they suffer from being on disability, and I'm trying to tell people that it's a blessing rather than a negative thing. We don't have to work, and our bills are still getting paid, and we could spend that time where we would be working on doing something productive and investing in our future. People invest in their 401k or stocks or oil or bonds or whatever it may be. Those things are volatile sometimes. They're not necessarily guaranteed, and nothing's guaranteed in this world because you could die at any time. So why I'm here, instead of investing in things that cost money up front and things that I'm not very familiar with, I'm just slowly building businesses and empires of my own all throughout the internet in different little places and slowly developing audiences. And that's working for me. To be honest, I don't care if I get one view or 100,000 views. To me, it's all about if that one person that did view it gained something or liked what I had to say or got any type of positive feedback from um, anything I put down, that's value to me. That's important, and that's the stuff that changes my life and keeps me going. So, if you got some free time, you want to check me out on this. It's just another place to hear what I got to say. There's going to be some great content about growing businesses later on, and possibly the steps to becoming a millionaire. Almost a foolproof plan, but those are just ideas. Right now, I'm just going to stick with keep it small and simple. Talk about disability. My parents think that I'm extremely poor and I'm in poverty and I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I want them to continue to think like that for as long as I possibly can. I don't want my family to all of a sudden overnight become instant millionaires or trillionaires, because it could potentially give them all heart attacks, or they could all become victims of mass shootings or something, something catastrophic. So what I'm doing is I'm just, the money that would be made or the ideas that I have for $1 million businesses, I'm just slowly evolving them and trying to do it as cheap as possible and as sneaky as possible and put as much information out there as possible. So that's why I'm on YouTube. I'm all over social media. I'm on Anchor. I try to do some selling on various platforms. I try to do a little bit of everything. Today I created a website, for instance. It's Kyle Kilbert Global on uh, what's the site called? Oh, you got me stuck on a point, but it's Kyle Kilbert Global, and it's on just a simple little startup app. I think it's GoDaddy.com. So you can check that out. I offer a few different services on there. If you're interested, I'll make websites for you. I can drive limo for you if you're in my region. If you're a close family or friend, I don't have my business license for my limo service, so it's strictly family and friends. I have the ability to do DJ services if there's a wedding or a party that needs to be DJ'd. I have a guy that I know that's a photographer. I could link you up with him, and he's a great guy. He's part of the crew. I could teach you how to lose 20 pounds in a month. I could teach you how to get rid of a particular habit that you're struggling with. I could teach you how to break any addiction. I know these things sound a little bit crazy, but if you reach out to me and email me on that website, you can find out how I can do those things for you and how cheap or possibly free it could potentially be for you. So I said I wanted to do big things and I wanted to start changing people's lives, so this is how I'm going to do it. You know, putting my 2 cents in everywhere that I think it fits and seeing how it evolves. And I think everything's going great right now. People think I'm crazy and delusional, and they think when I talk about money it's, you know, off the chain, because they're just not used to hearing numbers like that. People who make $10 an hour hear the word millionaire and they're like, yeah, fucking right. Like, to be honest, I make $7.25 an hour. I mean, I just work for fun, and like $1 million to me is not shit. $1 billion to me is not shit. $1 trillion to me is not shit. I will burn it all just to prove a point. Like, if my family was to like put me on the spot and make me burn it all, like, for, you know, for some crazy reason, say like it was life or death for Briar's sake. Like, if I had $1 trillion and I had to burn it, or I got to see Briar grow old, hands down, I'd rather see Briar grow old. Like, $1 trillion is enough to put my entire fucking bloodline on a platform of millionaires, and I would jeopardize that completely just to see Briar grow old and be broke with him. You know what I mean? It's all about that mindset. I have the trillionaire mindset, which most people will never be able to get. Most people will never be able to get a millionaire mindset. And a millionaire mindset is very hard to develop, but to me, I forced being a millionaire into my brain. Like, I literally studied what it took to be a millionaire for years and years and years, and just focused all my attention on becoming a millionaire and what it takes to be a millionaire. And now that, you know, I basically become one, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't really care about, you know, my millions or my billions or my trillions. I don't really care about that. I care about the things that I can do on these little platforms, you know, on my Facebook and on my YouTube and on my Instagram and on my Anchor. What I can do on those little things that change people's day, change their lives, change their outlook on life, change their mindset. You know, if I can impact somebody's day or their future or their life, then that's all that matters to me. I don't care about money at all. I got enough money to eat. I got enough money to pay my rent. I really don't need much else. I don't even need a car. I'm happy riding a bicycle and getting exercise because I'm a little bit overweight. I might buy a car, you know, once I get back down into shape that I want to be in. But right now, it's like, it's grind time. I know that I probably deserve not to have a car because I'm a little bit overweight than what I feel comfortable with. And that's just me. So, hope you all have a good day. Thanks for viewing this video. This is just a little shout out and a direct, you know, viewing of my podcast and a little bit about what I got going on my podcast. I'd like you to check it out if you get some time and you're interested in podcasts. You know, say you're in the car, for instance, and you know, you just want to hear what I had to say that day, or you know, what's going on in my brain that day. Plug your phone into your auxiliary cord, plug it through the stereo, and go about it like that. You know, you don't need to watch these clips to understand the message or to understand where I'm coming from. This is strictly audio, and that's what I like about podcasts. Is I can do 100 podcasts in one day, and it's strictly audio. It's no editing, it's none of that. It's straight off the brain, no filter, no phase. I don't have to be dressed up, I can be looking like a bum, and just give y'all some good content. And that's great to me. I try to do it on YouTube, and it reflects on my channel a lot, I think, because people have certain expectations when it comes to YouTube. But I mean, I'm trying to set the trend, I'm trying to set the bar. So I'm going to do things my way on all the platforms. And if they succeed, they succeed. If they fail, they fail. But I mean, I'm in it to win it, and I'm in this for the long run. So that's what I'm about. This is the Tripolar Trillionaire.